Okay, the main topic today is establishing the correct angle going into the sin when you have momentum. Of course, this is what you're doing at the same time when you're setting up your momentum. And I'll just tell you that this is as important, and you should put a lot of mental effort into finding the exact right way to go in. Sometimes it's obvious, like right here. So you've seen this one before, but this is basic. You know, you want to take the first jump in an angle that puts them in the correct end of the tunnel. You know, once they take the first jump, you know, think about momentum is when a dog takes a jump, there's built-in momentum. My Anna has like a large stride and she doesn't turn real quick. So when she takes the jump, she's good for 5 or 6 feet automatic. There's always a little momentum when they take a jump. And if you get the dog over the jump, like right here, you can't do nothing to get that dog out the tunnel. And if you're putting him not in the correct direction, you're in trouble. So it's a very simple lesson. Okay. Let me give you now an example of another course where it was maybe not so easy to find the exact right way to go in the sin, and it's right here. Okay, so once again, I'll tell you that at least I knew, or I realized that going in from the bottom straight into the sin along the edge of the course was a bad idea, because okay, if you look at the jumps you're taking going in, and then you take the first jump in the sin, you got an angle leading to the exact wrong end of the tunnel. And that's what happened to most everybody who did it that way. In fact, everybody did it that way except me. I saw that it'd be a problem because, you know, for one thing, look, they're running maybe 60 feet, which means they're up to full speed when they're taking that last jump. And that's my Poochie. Be quiet, baby. There's no way you're going to stop that dog or turn that dog after he's taken that first jump in the sin. So you have to find another way to do it. So I'll tell you, I didn't do it that way. Now, why don't you take a look at this course? Poochie. Okay, sweetie. Look. You know, she wants the ball. Okay. So why don't you take a look at this and see what kind of angle you could get in the sin to successfully complete it. I'll give you a couple of seconds, and once again, pause it if you want. She loves the ball. Okay, so this is kind of similar to the previous example where you want to take the jump angled right in, but how do you find the way to get to that angle like that? And because oftentimes people want to have okay, here we go. This is Poochie. Here she is. She's brilliant. She's a Carbets poodle. Her name is Poochie, P-U-C-C-I, and she loves attention. And we're going to a trial tomorrow, so I have to give her a lot of attention today. She always gets a lot of attention. Okay, so people often want to find a jump that's going to lead them on the way in, but sometimes you can't do that because, okay, so I'll tell you what I did. I went around, got some points, took the teeter. Baby. You're dog people. I know you understand. Okay. So people want a jump or an obstacle to kind of set them on the line, but that's not always possible because if you took the teeter and immediately turned around, then you're going to be too far out. So what I did was I took the teeter, and she's kind of collected then, and I kind of go up maybe another 10 feet and do a turnaround, and when I'm at my exact right angle, and then brought her in. So it was kind of an awkward thing to do, but I had to go to all these great pains to get to the point where I can establish the angle correctly. And often there's not another jumper obstacle to help you do it. You have to do it on the flat. But once you make that recognition that you can do it on the flat, and you're not so restricted by the course, it opens up your possibilities a whole lot. And I did that, and I got it, and I'm the only one, only 20 that got it, so I'm kind of proud of that one. Okay, let's talk about one more aspect of what angle you want to bring your dog into the sin. Let's talk about tunnels. Now, when you have a tunnel like this, and the closer one is your entry, that's pretty easy. Everybody can do that. But the hard one is when the first jump in the sin is in the back. Now, sometimes the judges will give you a jump that will help you set the line to bring them to the back, and that's a good way to do it. But there's always the problem that, let's just talk about the nature of dogs. You know, a lot of dogs kind of have the tendency when they're parallel to you or going away from you to kind of come back to you. If a dog is running parallel to you and it's going to miss a jump, like bypass it, it's going to usually be toward you because that's their tendency to come back. So if you take a jump like this that angles you there, there's still the chance the dog is going to come back to you. Okay, so let me give you an idea of how to handle this. And it's something that a lot of people don't pay attention to, but when you're going to the send in a situation like this, it's important to remember to put your dog on the opposite side of you from the tunnel, like this. So tunnel's over here, and your dog's over here, because you're kind of setting them on a line that they maybe don't see the tunnel. Gucci, come on, baby. And now the other dog is here. But okay, so the side your dog is on makes a difference. It's better if the dog is on the opposite side of you and you're angling so that they don't see the first tunnel entry, the wrong one, as they're going to speed until they get to the second tunnel, and that's when you call them to go in the tunnel. There's another little trick that you can do along with that. Poochie, come on, baby. There's another little thing you can do with this situation is that I call it pushing to an outside point. You're maybe not exactly aiming toward that tunnel entry. You're maybe pushing them 2 feet out, which takes them further away from the off course. And once they pass the first entry, the danger's over, then you call them to go into the tunnel. So remember what side to put your dog on. It makes a difference, and maybe push a little further away from the wrong entry. My God. Okay. You can't script this, okay? So you push an outside point, and I got to take care of my dog. That's lesson number 2. Next time we're going to start talking about working distance. It's going to apply not just to fast, but to your handling in general. This is going to be great. Don't forget to cue more.
Now.